everybody, I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know what? I was tagged. I was tagged by Radnom Ross from Ross TV, from Horror Ross. I was tagged in this My Life in Movies tag. I love this idea for a tag. It's kind of nice that we get to do these things so we could learn from... We can learn about other people from these things, who we follow, who we want to know about. I saw this actually on Emily's Adventures in Horrorland, and I was going to do one anyways, and then I found out that Radnom Ross tagged me, so there you go. It's a total of 14 questions, I believe it is. Okay, I'm kind of up there in the age already, so the first movie I remember seeing as a child, I don't know if I can tell you what the very first movie is that I ever saw as a child, but I can tell you that from about, and I've told this story before, from about the age of 5 to now, I've been a horror fan. My mom let me watch Universal Monsters, 1950s science fiction, atomic age science fiction type movies. So, that being said, and my love for like Willy Wonka, I will say that one of my first movies that I remember watching is like the classic 1931 Frankenstein, because I was allowed to watch that. Stayed up late on Friday nights with the Count. That was the horror host of the local TV show, and like I said, they showed classic Universal stuff, and they also showed like atomic age sci-fi stuff. So I don't know if that's the first movie I remember ever seeing, but it's one of the earliest films I remember watching. Wow. Okay, so I've been crushing on women as far back as I can remember. Before I went through puberty and after. I mean, before puberty, it was, Jane Seymour, Barbara Bach, both Bond girls, Elsa Lancaster from Bride of Frankenstein, Ingrid Pitt, Barbara Steele, from Black Sabbath, stuff like that. So, I mean, and then puberty kicked in, and it was Phoebe Cates, Leah Thompson, Kelly Maroney, Brink Stevens, Linnea Quigley. The puberty horror icons that were of my time. Those were the ones that Phoebe Cates. Oh my God, Phoebe Cates is just so adorable looking. And Kelly Maroney, I saw Kelly Maroney at Shopping Mall. I saw her Night of the Comet. Just thinking, oh my God, she is so cute. Brink Stevens from Slumber Party Massacre. Just these women, just such sexy women at the time, and they're still sexy today. Oh, of course, Barbara Crampton from Reanimator, I don't know how to answer this one. This is a tough one for me. This is probably the toughest question on the, it's like, what movie have you wanted to hate but ended up liking? I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer for this. This is one of those questions. I mean, I can't think of anything that I really want to go and go, oh, I want to hate that movie, and then go, oh. I know there's been movies that have surprised me on how well they were done. But I didn't want I didn't want to hate them going in. So I think I'm gonna skip that one for now. I just can't think of anything that I wanted to just not like. I always want my thing is I go to movies to see movies I want to like, or rent out movies I want to like, and if I don't like them, then okay. If I do like them even more, then okay. But nothing that I just wanted to go, you know. So, That's no answer for question number 3. Sorry. Okay, we're going back to the 80s. I would say Return of the Living Dead. It was me and this young lady that I asked out not long after high school. Yeah. So Return of the Living Dead with Linnea Quigley and Tom Matthews and you know the cast. It was a good time. We went out on a few more dates after that, but nothing became of it. It was just it's one of those things. I don't know. I guess you could go with Christmas Vacation. It just seems like whenever our family got together around the Christmas time, it was a good time. Don't get me wrong, but we always had a couple of mishaps that happened. Nothing terrible like burning down the tree or anything like that, but there's always that one little thing that happens every now and then, and so I just remember one year that for was it? Yeah, it was Christmas. We were going to have a turkey, and the power went out. So we got this frozen turkey in the fridge, and no way to cook it. This was before everybody was deep frying them in deep fryers. The power did come on about an hour or two later. Again, not quite sure about the answer to this one. I mean, the first movie that really touched me, it didn't make me upset, but it really touched me, was In the Name of the Father, which came out in like 93. Towards the end of the movie, well, actually, it is the end of the movie, when you find out what happens with the main character in the plot. I just remember welling up and just being so touched by that. It was a very emotional, I'm along for the ride, here I am, and bang! It's like, okay, you got me. So it didn't make me upset, but it was very emotional for me, so it would be In the Name of the Father. If I wasn't going to the movies with my mom, Mama Wolf, then I was going with my friends, and I mean, we would just have one of our parents drop us off at the theater. We were young enough. Probably Empire. Empire Strikes Back is probably one of the first ones I saw without my family. I mean, I don't know if it's the one, but it's one of the ones. So Empire Strikes Back. If I'm looking for a comedy, and it's been on a lot lately on cable, and I even own a copy on like DVD. I think I own a copy on Blu-ray. I'm not sure anymore. My Cousin Vinnie. If I'm looking for a comedy, then that's the movie. I don't know what it is, but everything about that movie just makes me laugh. One of my favorite scenes is when Lane Smith loans Vinny and his girlfriend his hunting cabin so that he gets some sleep. And he's talking about how secluded it is, how quiet it's going to be, and all this. And they're tucked into bed, and all of a sudden out of nowhere is this teeny tiny little screech owl. A little screech owl that goes, ah! It's a really weird noise. And Joe Pesci's like, what the hell was that? Picks up a gun, runs out of the cabin, and just starts shooting all over the place. And they see you just see the screech owl sitting there on this little branch, not freaking out at all. And when he's done shooting, you hear the little screech owl go ah! Again. It's just so funny. That and everything about him building his case, I just love it. Now, if you're going for kind of like a... If we're going Tarantino, then it's Pulp Fiction. I've seen Pulp Fiction more times than I care to admit. Same with Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, you know, and Reservoir Dogs. They're just movies I don't know, I feel connected to. Oh, and of course, you know, he didn't direct it, but he wrote it. From Dusk Till Dawn. Anytime these movies are on, I always find myself engaged in them because of the dialogue. I love Italian horror. If you guys don't know that by now, it's a big thing in my life. I don't know the Italian language, but I don't mind reading a movie every now and then. So we're gonna go there. Nightmare City would be one of them. Night Train of Terror, Francesca. What else we got? I mean, Demons. Demons is a great movie. You know, directed by Lamberto Bava, produced by Dario Argento. You know, so those. I mean, I just love Italian horror. Italian thriller, Italian giallo films. You know, so. There's been a few of them. You know, I loved. I'm a horror fan, yes, but I also love like Stargate Atlantis and Stargate SG-1. And when I got them on DVD, I was the person that would just binge right through them. You know, going, oh my god, I need to get to the next one. I need to get to the next one. So there's that, and then like other stuff like today, more modern would be like Arrow. Arrow, Supernatural, Flash. What else do we got? I really like Hawaii Five-O. I mean, those are like the ones that I, you know, that I record and I watch and I keep up on. Happen Leonard, Fargo, iZombie. You know, those are my modern watches. Now most people are like, well, I don't want to watch anything that's gross or whatever because I'm sick. When I'm sick, I like to watch stuff like that because I always feel better to know that someone else has it worse than I do. It's like, dude, you're going to die. I'm just sick. I don't get sick enough, though. I mean, I do get sick from time to time, but I don't get sick like I used to. I don't just sit down in my bed and just watch, you know, I can. But, yeah, so I would pull out something, you know, My Bloody Valentine, the original, or House on Sorority Row, or something that's just kind of a little bent, you know, Slumber Party Massacre, you know, that kind of stuff, just to make me feel better because they have it worse. I've already seen a couple of movies that, you know, back in January I did my list of movies I'm looking forward to in 2017, and I've seen a couple of them. Get Out. What else? I I'm just blanking. The Fate of the Furious. I saw that, liked it. You know, Split was the one I was looking forward to seeing. Now I'm looking forward to seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, but I mean, right now on the horror side, because a lot of people know me for horror, I don't see anything really. I mean, anything soon coming out that I'm looking forward to. I mean, I want to see Amityville Awakening, but they keep pushing that movie back. So I don't know if that thing's ever going to come out. Right now, I think I'm on a 2-year wait now. So like, give me a break. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't. The summer releases just look lame to me. I don't really see anything making me want to see it. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess, is what it is right now. That's a hard one. I mean, that's a real hard one. Because there's a lot of really good old films. I love classic films, like black and white films and stuff like that. So to say, hey, I want them to remake Treasure of the Sierra Madre, you know, it would look cool. But, you know, we're talking about Humphrey Bogart. We're talking about the man who knew how to carry himself and push those words just right. If they remade Treasure of the Sierra Madre today, it would have like Zac Efron and Adam Devine and, I don't know, T.J. Miller is like the threesome in this movie. And it would be a comedy, and there would just be a lot of really weird, crude jokes and not much plot. So I don't think I would want to see any classic movies be remade unless they were like done so poorly the first time that that being remade couldn't do anything but help them. But that being said, I don't think I could see. I don't see any. I just don't see any that I want to see remade. I like the movies that I got. Three? Just three. Come on. Look around you. This is the Doom Room. I'm pretty sure the movies that they're in this collection, they're going to be watched over and over and over and over again. You know? But if I only got to stick it down to three, Suspiria, that's a given. Pulp Fiction, that's a given. TCM, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre from '74, that's a given. What else do we got? We have got Hellraiser, 1987, 88. You know, that's a given. I mean, there are so many. The Hills Have Eyes, 1977. Michael Berryman, Wes Craven, John Stedman, Suze Lanier, Dee Wallace. I mean, it's a given. Those are the movies I'll be watching the rest of my life. Those are the movies I'm going to be loving the rest of my life. With that, of course, I'm the 13th Wolfman. I'm supposed to tag 3 or 4 people, and a couple of the people I'm going to tag are going to be the guys that I hang out with every Tuesday. We do the Wicked Horror Show on the Earplug Network now. So I'm going to tag Kevin, Leo. Tony has 9 fingers. Those are the first 3 I'm going to tag. I'm also going to tag Yo-Yo. And that's just from, you know, the dorkening side. And then I'm going to tag, well, you know, he got tagged. So I'm going to tag Nightmare Maven. I'm going to tag JW Universe. And I am going to tag Absolute Sublime 1, J. There you go. So, check out all those channels of the people that I mentioned. I'm going to tag them. Hopefully they'll do this. For that, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and of course, I'm on the prowl, baby.